The stage is set. Israel's response to Iran's most recent attack could be imminent and coordinated with the United States. Israel's war cabinet met several hours on Monday. Following the meeting, the officials said they believe a swift response is very important. Cabinet reportedly discussed multiple diplomatic military options. The officials said any response will be coordinated with Americans, the Israeli cabinet says. These comments by the officials claiming to want to coordinate attacks with the United States, the mass bandit himself previously told the war prime minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, that his country would not participate in any counteroffensive against Iran. Why is that? As we know, the Strait of Hormuz, controlled by Iran, the oil flow will soon be closed if any attack is thwarted on the country of Iran, which would then indicate and perpetuate inevitable collapse of the United States petrodollar, and bring one of the last superpowers to heel.
Obviously, it's going to impact on the world economy. Number one, on the price of oil. Not only because Iran is a major supplier of oil, but also because Iran is located in that basin. Shoot up because Iran can also block the Straits of Hormuz. There's Iranian territory on this side and Oman on that side. It's not difficult for Iran to block the Straits of Hormuz and disrupt all the passage of oil tankers. So we can anticipate fairly confidently that the price of oil is going to escalate dramatically once the attack takes place. And the American government knows that. And that's why the American government does not want Iran to be attacked. The American government knows, and the Federal Reserve knows, and the bankers also know that the US dollar is going to collapse. It will not survive an Israeli attack on Iran.
Committed to a ceasefire that will bring the hostages home and preventing conflict from spreading beyond what it already has.
Months following the stand down of October 7, 2023, many headlines of Western media have been warning of retaliation at behest of Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran. Even FBI Director Wray has been pushing the scaremongering fear as the conditioning to accept the inevitable domestic attack here in the United States is inevitable. Never mind the open borders, wide open. It's to expect 9/11 all over again. Will this go around? Many people have spoken out against this theory propagated by the deep state, by the military-industrial complex, security state. Even Army intel officers are speaking out, saying that these false flags, these attacks, will not be carried out by Iran, but by Israel themselves.
Inside the United States and blaming it on Iran, that's been my speculation for a long time, and I do think they're going to do it. And the usual suspects, these criminals like Christopher Wray and the rest of these traitors in Congress, are more than happy to back it because it means a perennial authoritarian police state.
Holy shit.
Well, now that seems to be a case. Is now Marina Del Rey, California, Chicago, Illinois, New York. And even a repeated knife butchery of an attack in Sydney are all underway simultaneously in a coordinated fashion to push a Hegelian dialectic of problem, reaction, solution. Problem, Iran wants to kill Westerners. Reaction, do something. Solution, World War III, bomb Iran.
American energy and Pennsylvania energy is our big problem.
The American people, including independents and some Republicans, know how bad he is, know how much he's misrepresented, know how he's getting close to getting us in a war. I said, as the walls close in on this man, I'm worried he's going to get us to war in Iran.
Should the war of all wars between Israel and Iran truly go to the next level, Many scholars alike, conspiracy realists from yesteryears, have all said, including Albert Pike, it will unleash an apocalyptic hell upon the world. Described in one media report as bringing the world to the gates of hell, an Israel versus Iran war would quickly go nuclear, leading to mass death, destruction, at an exponential rate. Many have said that in an attempt to make Iran surrender, Israel would attempt a non-lethal nuclear detonation. When that fails, Israel would launch 50 nuclear weapons towards Iran, which responds by nuking an airbase full of U.S. troops. At this point, the war game simulations and many military pundits who've claimed such devastation have stated that Syria, Lebanon, even Yemen will all be left in a radioactive ruin. In the event that Iran and Israel find themselves in a nuclear stalemate, the West would likely enter the conflict to its own demise as well. U.S. intelligence is already warning Israel that such an outcome is possible after the Zionist state killed several top Iranian commanders in a bombing of an Iranian embassy in Syria. Iran has since vowed to punish Israel for the bombing through this and has not yet happened. Iran has vowed to punish Israel for this bombing and vows that revenge is within their grasp. Israel and the Netanyahu war cabinet, in a crime spree, terrorist domestic and abroad, have now sealed their fate. There is no turning back. Because turning back would incite prosecution, war crimes, and an international trial for all to see. Will the dual citizens and the military-industrial complex maniacs destroy themselves in the process, or will a divine intervention, clarity in the American people stand up to the brutal fascism of the 20th century that is now showing its final chapters, as desperation truly is the deep state way? For World at War, this is Dean Wright.